interesting one, and I would like to tell you guys about it. There is a news network out there, maybe you've heard of them, Fox Business, which is like a spin-off, I guess, of Fox News. There was a story linked from Drudge. Markets discover 330-point rally on Columbus Day amid Euro hopes. In other words, there was a big surge in the stock market. So I'm reading the comments beneath the story. You know, they're implying that it's because it was a holiday and the government wasn't in the way, so all these people made these profit, blah, blah, blah. You know, and typical comments about the Wall Street protesters and things like that, and all the libs and the communists and da-da-da-da-da. You know what these people sound like. So there was a lot of nasty, negative comments directed at, you know, the Wall Street protesters and people like myself, just stuff like that. I felt the need to leave a comment of my own, which is exactly what I did. This is a news network, right? This is a professional website, Fox Business. Their slogan is the power to prosper. They invite comments. They say if you want to leave comments right here. Go ahead. Just sign into your Google account and you can leave comments. So that's what I did. Now, there's a lot of nasty comments here about how the libs are trying to destroy the economy and those Occupy Wall Street people. Between what the critics of these protesters are saying lately and that Herman Cain, who they're running, who told people that if they don't have money, it's their fault. And this is the guy that they want to run for president. Anyway, he said about the Wall Street protesters that they're just jealous and they want to take other people's money, as if we live in a world where, like, 1% of the people have all of the money and the 99% of the people don't have any money. But according to people like this guy, that's the way it's supposed to be. Thank you, Herman, spoken like a true elitist parasite. You're such an achiever, the way you went out there and formed a business, and I'm sure you made a lot of nice $8 an hour jobs out there for your lucky employees. What a great man you are. Anyway, if that's who you guys are going to put up, you can't win with a guy like that. I'm just telling you. If the Republicans wanted to run somebody sensible, they should go with Ron Paul and just leave all those other guys in the dirt where they belong. Back to that website that I have a problem with. I read a lot of nasty comments directed at, the Wall Street protesters and all this other stuff, and anybody can get rich in America and poor people hate rich people, and it was just ridiculous. You have to sift through all that. And anybody who wants to use the law to control anything that Wall Street does is a communist. They just those kinds of comments, just bullcrap comments. I felt the need to leave a comment of my own, mainly revolving around the headline, there's this big surge in the market, so, the economy's doing better. That's the implication. In spite of the protesters. Apparently the protesters are there to try to bring the economy down. The economy brought those people down. The economy hurt those fucking people. They don't have jobs because of this economy. So they don't owe the economy jack shit. These people have a right to be pissed off if they don't have a job, and if they're out there looking for it, and they probably all are, and they're probably thousands of dollars in debt going back to school to get a degree in something for a job that isn't there, and you're telling me these people are just supposed to sit down and shut up, and all you can do is make fun of them and say, they're a bunch of damn dirty hippies, meh. And I read all these comments that sound like that, so I had to leave a comment. And I left a snarky, sarcastic, mean-spirited comment. It's true. But all the comments that I were reading were snarky, mean-spirited. People are allowed to be that way. And if you don't want opinions and people arguing about stuff, why even have a website? Everybody should be allowed to say anything they want. I've always believed in that. So I left, admittedly, a nasty, sarcastic comment of my own. There is nothing obscene in it. There are no curse words. But they didn't approve of my comment. See, they'll let people put up comments if you're going to say bad things about liberals or progressives, and you're going to imply that the poor people are poor because they're a bunch of bums and all this other stuff. But if you point out that the people at the top are the parasites who are making everybody else poor, they won't even put your comment up. See, they wouldn't put my comment up. At first I thought something went wrong, so I tried to upload the comment again hours later. I said, maybe it didn't go through. And then they said, your comment has not been approved of. See, somebody read what I wrote, and they didn't approve of it, so it didn't go up. I'm going to read to you the comment that they didn't approve of. The story being that there's been this big surge in the market. So I leave this comment. Great news, everyone. Markets on Wall Street have hit a huge rally and corporate profits are going up. I'm sure these guys on Wall Street and in the private sector will be creating all kinds of jobs all over the place as a result. Oh wait, I forgot. Wall Street does not actually create jobs. I guess now the media will stop going to Wall Street to report to the masses how the economy is doing and start interviewing working class people instead about their wages versus expenses. I guess the media will also stop saying that corporate profits create jobs in America for the people. Oh, wait a minute. No, they won't. Because the lie that benefits the top 1% of parasites, income earners, that when these people who don't produce anything but sweatshop jobs in China do well, it trickles down to the rest of us. Oh wait, you mean it's a corporately owned media, and therefore they won't report any of this? Never mind then. Whatever. I'm gonna go look through the couch cushions for loose change to buy groceries with, because even though I work a full-time job at a profitable company, I can't pay for both rent and food. But always remember, folks, unions are bad. Just listen to the sheeple on AM talk radio to find out that they are. Herman Cain said it was all my fault. So now I will look down at my shoes and be ashamed of myself because I have been scolded by another overpaid CEO who creates $8 an hour jobs for his lucky employees. What a producer. My hero. If this is the guy you conservatards are going to put up to run against Obama, you will lose. People aren't buying this kind of crap anymore, so you should stop selling it now before you go broke like the rest of us. And that was the comment. They wouldn't put that comment up. Did I cuss? No. Was there any obscenity? No. Was it sarcastic and mean-spirited? Yes. But all the other comments I read were sarcastic and mean-spirited, directed at people like me or people who are to the left of center, and directed at the protesters in particular, whom I support completely, but I have a fucking job, so I can't just stand around and camp out somewhere for a week. Besides that, I don't necessarily think these protests do any good. I support the spirit of the protests. I think they have a lot of legitimate complaints, but whatever. I'm doubtful that that will accomplish anything. I hope it does, but I doubt it. I'm just more cynical than most people. I want to get back to this grievance that I have with foxbusiness.com. They'll put up everybody else's comments, but they don't put my comment up. My comment was articulate, it was on point, it was a different point of view, but I think it needed to be said. These people who run this website as moderators, who tell me a moderator needs to approve this comment before it will be published. And I admit that I put the comment up to make people mad, but let these people get mad. Let them hear another point of view and let it make them mad. That's what this is all about. And then they can argue at me. They can yell at me. They can call me all kinds of names. I don't care. The people who run the Fox Business News website, they're cowards. They're afraid of reality. They don't want other people's points of view there. They are fascists. Well, it's their website. They can run it any way they want. Yeah, but if you dish it out, if you like to dish it out and throw a lot of criticism at other people, you have to have the stomach to be able to take it too. These people can dish it out, but their fragile little nauseous stomachs, they can't digest any criticism, and they throw up all over their little sippy cups as their mommies come by and wipe the corners of their mouth. The people who run this website are a bunch of candy asses. You guys don't have a right to report the news. If you don't want to hear honest people's opinions, respond to what you have to say. Report what's actually happening. And what's actually happening is people like me are out here too, and we got something to say too, and you can make fun of us, but we're going to, you know something? If you dish it out, and if you can't take it, don't dish it out, wimpo. I don't know what kind of a lightweight runs this website that somebody leaves a critical comment and it doesn't get printed because I'm not going to put his comment up. Yeah? You know what? Don't put my comment up. You're weak. You can't take it. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. My points stand on their own. My point was, the markets on Wall Street going up, not going to create any jobs in this country. Is that a fact or is that fiction? I say it's a fact. You better print that. Corporate profits going up, does that equal a bunch of people who need a job getting a job? Probably not. I think that's another valid point that needs to be made. The fact that the media, every time they report about the economy, the Wall Street is exactly where they go. Well, if these people making a profit doesn't translate into jobs for American people, what difference does it make whether they make a profit or not? I think that's a valid point as well. These people are in the reality confusing business. They want to tech people from reality. And what else did I say? I'm mad at the media. And then I put down Herman Cain. But I think the guy deserves to, he smacked everybody else in the face. Oh, if you're poor, it's your fault. Well, fuck you, Herman. Maybe you don't deserve the money that you have. Maybe how much do the people who work for you make? Do they make like $8 an hour? Is that what they make making pizza? You jerk. You probably get rich off of their work. Maybe the parasites are at the top, Herman. Maybe they're not at the bottom. Maybe they're at the top where you are, jerk. People, you can't talk to people that way and win as the president of this country when things are the way they are. You can't just tell people out there when there's like so much unemployment, there's no place for these people to get a job, you tell them that it's their fucking fault. You can't talk to people that way and win an election. Let them run that guy. I don't give a shit. What a jerk. But they're all jerks, aren't they? Except for Ron Paul. I like him. But they're not going to nominate him. He's too anti-establishment. This is the guy who said, get all of our troops out of all of these countries and let's take on the Federal Reserve. That party is not going to nominate him. He's a decent human being. That's why he won't get the nomination. They want a guy like this who makes fun of poor people for not having a job. Oh, you're a bunch of losers. Yeah, you want to elect some shithead like that? Go right ahead. Go ahead, put him up there. Obama will win again. Better than what the hell they want to run against him. Jeez. I shouldn't get mad about these things. I guess I'm more mad about the fact that I leave a well thought out comment like that and they don't print it because they don't like my point of view. Your comment needs to be approved of by the moderator. The moderator does not approve of your comment. That just shows you. This is supposed to be a news website where they allow people to make comments. And you know something? If they don't agree with your comment, if they don't agree with the political point of view in your comment, they don't print what you say to spite you, to squirt lemon juice in your eye and go, yeah, we're not going to print your comment. Why should you even run a website if that's what you're going to do? Seriously. My comments made sense. And if you don't want to get in arguments with people, why even say what your point of view is in the first place in public? So if you can't take it, don't dish it out. The people who run Fox Business website, you guys are cowardly, man. You're afraid of reality. Try to black out people like me. Fuck you. Anyway. I don't know. I guess I just had to say all that. I'm sorry. Sorry for the negative tone of this. I may just put it up as a podcast anyway. And this is RAW signing out. Take care.
I don't mind the sun